Should we expect bullish market this week, or should we be expecting a downside upcoming in this week on the market? Because seems like the Iran, US, Israel, and all that, parties in there, there's, standoff back and forth, going back on the deal, then coming out with the statements. Oh, it's all great. Great progress has been made. At this point, as you all know by now, and you should know by now over the course of many months and maybe years now, that you just can't put it in writing as for what's going to happen. It can change in the evening, tomorrow morning, it doesn't matter, okay? We have to, and that's where we have to trade with the price action, because that is our savior in these uncertain times. And always, price action, if you just follow price action, it will save you in any given situation, okay? Because price action includes following the trend, following the direction, following the probability, following the risk management, following the stop losses, following the position management. Everything is in the price action. All right, and that's what I will be talking in this video. Definitely, I will be taking you over a couple of updates that we have as of recently between the parties in the Middle East. But just know things may change by the time morning rolls around, and what you see in this video, what we have in the news right now, just take it as what we have right now. Okay, so with that, let's jump right into it. Once I also let you know, none of this is any financial advice, only for education purposes, just sharing my opinion. Please do your own thing. Also, if you can please hit the like and subscribe, that will be really helpful. All right, so let's go over a bit on the updates here as of what we have right now. JD Vance and other US negotiators were in the same room as Iranian officials at a resort in Switzerland on Sunday, a rare face-to-face meeting as the two countries launched a 60-day sprint to negotiate over the fate of Iran's nuclear program. An emergency session on the fighting in Lebanon was added to the agenda for Swiss talks because hours after three diplomats briefed on the matter that Israel and Hezbollah had reached a ceasefire agreement, they actually ended up exchanging some fires. Here you go. As the conflict between Israel and Iran-backed Hezbollah endangers the US-Iran ceasefire, more than a dozen people were killed in Lebanon by Israeli strikes overnight Saturday, and that is hours after three diplomats briefed on the matter that the ceasefire agreement has been reached. So, you just can't take them for their words. Back behind what's happening, it's just, I just can't even tell you what's the reality right now, okay? Their action is what you have to follow, and action speaks louder than words, right? And words are just to make people fool or follow along a complete different type of narrative, but their actions is what will tell the truth. And seems like the war, the fighting, there are blips of that. It's every party is just trying to get their agenda through, okay? And then the narrative is being constructed to also get their agenda through. So technically, people are not getting what people want, the peace. As an average person, tell me, don't you want peace? Yes, you want peace. Average person always wants peace. All right, people in the power, and that's why these people are in the power, because they are those type of personalities who wants to, I'm not saying everyone is an aggressor, but they have their agendas in there, right? So anyways, and agendas are leading to aggressions as well, but we're not gonna get in there, okay? Just so you know, this is what we know for now, but it can change by tomorrow, who knows? So let's get to the price action here. Okay, so S&P 500, let's take a look at that. as I have previously mentioned to you guys, that 749 below structure on S&P 500 remains negative, and as if we continue to stay below 749 multi-day, and that is multi-day structure, will remain weak. Okay, so overall though, we are not bearish. 735 above right now, overall structure will be fine. It's just that we are in the pullback, which is a multi-day weakness below 749. If S&P 500 tomorrow can start to get above 749, great. It can then start to mark this pullback part complete, and we are good for the upside again. Overall though, we are fine, as I said, until that 735 area. It's very easy peasy on S&P 500. Let's take a look at NASDAQ 100. So NASDAQ 100 was already bullish going in on Thursday because Friday market was closed. So I'm going to refer Thursday as the last trading day of the week. So for the last week, I mean. So an hourly interval is where I have provided you these zones, and I also mentioned it to my members. 730 above, everything will be bullish, and we continued up. For NASDAQ 100 is definitely bullish. There is Micron earning as well this week, and for that I would highly suggest on my channel, go and check out this Micron video that I have done. Alongside with that, you can also check out Palantir, Tesla. And in this video, I will not be talking though Micron, Palantir, and Tesla, but I will be providing an update on SpaceX. Okay, so but there are many other videos already, and if you're also interested in 25 plus stocks coverage, where we talk a lot of stuff, right? They are almost hour-long videos that I do for the members. You can see, time as well there on the video. But my point is that if you are interested to have more insight into how we are positioning with other stocks, how things are looking like, you can also check out members only videos. Okay, so all right, let's get back over here. So yeah, that's where NASDAQ 100 is, guys. We are fine. Technically it's bullish, and semiconductors can take credit for that. And 735 above, multi-day also will remain strengthful. The strength started at 730, as I have previously mentioned to you. And if you remember, I gave you this overnight session video, and I can show you where that was. This video, right? Overnight session, stock market is looking strong. I gave you exactly where the market will. I did mention that SPY is weak, but NASDAQ 100 is looking strong, and that's exactly what happened. We had a follow through on both ends. All right, if you want to be a member, guys, you will find the details in the description of this video for my tools and for the memberships also. All right, so tools helps you also to know how to trade in real time. Okay, so that's NASDAQ 100. We are still in the on NASDAQ 100 strengthful structure above those levels. All right, let's talk about SpaceX. So SpaceX, it has been doing a pullback, which is a multi-day weakness, but overall structure is still bullish on this thing. All right, for that, the zone was 108 and 76 that I have told you the very second day of SpaceX trading day, right? And I said that, guys, sure, if any pullback ever has to happen until 176, we are overall still bullish. Now, multi-day weakness started, as you know, if you have seen my last video, a little bit of a rejection at 213 and then break below 195. Then we are watching 176, which it held. Now, in my last video, the one, if you have seen it over here, this one on my channel, when I did that video, market was just in the last hour. Okay, and that's where the zone was that I mentioned. Guys, this is the zone, 188 area. Until here though, we are still in the multi-day weakness, and you can see rejected right over there at that zone, guys. That's why you have to understand how, I mean, you just have to get my tools, and the tools will put the levels all automatically for you. You can see blue dashed lines are already there, right? So we rejected right over there. So technically we are still in the multi-day weakness. Okay, the point that I mentioned to you guys was we have to get above 188 without breaking further below, then only this pullback that we are in, will mark itself completed, and we will be good to go back up again, at least as long as we hold that structure. We are trading the price action, so that's the zone. Okay, so as if we get above that, great. Otherwise, no, we'll still remain in the weakness, and if we lose 176 area, then that's where we will start to come down more. That's then not just multi-day weakness going on, it's just then you are in a longer potential structure break, but we'll have to follow the price action every day to understand um, what the market is telling us, right? So, and it's very young price action still, guys, so it's still in the discovery mode. Okay. Nvidia here is coming back strong. Now for this week, the level that you are watching is 208 and 11. If it can get above that, great. It's a longevity strength possible comeback. Okay. Now let's get to the hourly interval. Even near term, your bias can be bullish even for the day trade and multi-day, because multi-day it did get above and close above 208 again. This becomes your support as if we come down, but if we can hold 208, this is your support going in this week, and above that we will remain in the technically a bullish structure, and then the next breakout is the next strength on the bullish structure. All right. AMD is strengthful, but please note that, guys, this week we have Micron's earnings, so a lot is dependent on how Micron would do. Okay, that can shake good or bad way or other semiconductors and chip stocks and memory stocks as well. AMD. Now AMD is being still overall bullish. These days were part of a pullback. It's already coming back up, so all good. I have explained you this scenario previously also. This was the zone, significant level, right? You can see this is where once we lost, we kept rejecting, but then we gained, and then that became the support as well, and that was the zone. That above that strength will come back again. So, and at this point above that level, your bias needs to remain bullish. Below that, again, unfortunately, will be in the little bit of a weakness, and that's the whole point. If we keep chopping around here, that's becoming your consolidation distribution phase, and those are the times when, because it happens, right, when we have extended so much, price starts to mature and it starts to go in the distribution phase. So that's why you have to be careful with your position sizing. Right now, it could be very well that every day, if price action close stronger to the significant level above, you can carry on to the position the next day. That becomes then your multi-day position. And that's how you extend your position. If it closes weak closer to the level, then you are only keeping that as a day trade position, nothing more than that. And especially during these times of sideways action a little bit, you gotta be trading that way to be cautious. And if you have a long-term position running, these are your times also to a little bit take off the table. If things go sideways, take partial profits and all of that. ARM continues to be bullish for us here, and this thing came back up for us from 328 is what I said, guys. It's coming back up, can do a highs retest, which it did. It even broke out to the new all-time highs. 428 above, everything will be fine. If we lose it, it's just going to be a part of a pullback, which means you gotta take profits, whichever position. If you add it here again, just take partial profits if we lose that significant level up there. Broadcom. So Broadcom is coming back up, as I have previously told you about this, that we are stabilizing here. It has a chance that it can start to come back up. I already told you here, if you took a short, this is your time to start getting out on the short. Multi-day strength was building up, and definitely as if it can stay above 404, it is already in the strength structure to the upside, as that was the zone that I mentioned. Micron, guys, for Micron, you will have to check this video out on my channel. Okay, please check that out. All the details you will find over there about the earnings, about the price action, and all of that. Sandisk continues to remain bullish. I expect Micron will affect Sandisk. Micron is much more versatile. It has more products offering in this memory stratosphere, but Sandisk is more like it is a subset of what, you know, I think Sandisk only offer NAND memory, but Micron offers both sides of the thing, and three type of chip memory styles. But okay, so point is that Sandisk is still bullish. Okay, that's still the point. As you can see, those were just a pullback, resulted in a bullish continuation, and we are still bullish. You can bring your trailing area 1932 or even 1845, and technically even like significant level above will be fine. 2166, you can also use 2078. The point is that there are a lot of zones that will still keep it bullish, but these are the zones that I'm telling you where if you want to manage your risk or take some partial profits and all of that, these are your zones. If you start to lose it, then you gotta start just a little bit sizing down the position just to optimize and a little bit not be too heavy. And especially by Wednesday, I would suggest you have to a little bit be careful. TSM, especially on Wednesday when Micron would drop its earnings. TSM continuing in the bullish structure, guys, all good. We pushed up from there, as you know, step by step, right? We have been bullish, and just pretty much this is your new the new trailing area above that will remain bullish, continuing up, all good. Intel, what did I tell you on Intel? I told you that 116 above will be in the bullish strength and price action. We went up, and then I said these candles, guys, it's just a part of a pullback. You have to respect the price action. What did it do? Yes, we had 3 red candles, but I kept saying, guys, it's just still in the bullish structure. It's just a price action. We have to respect the price action. You can see, boom, went up, right? So continue to hold bullish strength still. You can have any trailing area 132, 125 if you want to manage the position, but your bias still remain bullish even until 116. Still technically price action will remain bullish. Seagate, just a pullback, guys. Nothing too much to worry here. It's still just a pullback. Overall structure will be fine even until 966. Can it continue in the pullback? Yes, but that's why when you see a candle like that and we are extended, I already told you we are coming back to the strength here again. When you see it, that's your time. Okay, gotta size down the position. All right, gotta take some partial profits. But it's still, and that's why I'm telling you, but overall, even through these pullbacks, overall structure is fine until even like levels below, significant levels below 966 and so forth. So still very bullish. All right, guys, well, that's all I had for you in this video. There are a lot many other stocks that I talked with the members. There's a huge list of tech stocks, you know, Microsoft, Apple, Meta, Netflix, Google, Amazon, Robinhood, you know, many other semiconductors as well, Cerebras, Marvel, Nvidia, Coin, Bitcoin, Palantir, Strategy, CrowdStrike, Oracle, Shopify, GLD. All good stuff, guys. Check out my members only videos if you're interested. If you're also interested in my tools, which you would have seen already in my videos, I show you on and off about how I'm using them, how they can be used. So, you know, you can, I'll leave a comment as well with a video also that I have done very high level about how to approach trading. If you just want to learn general principles as well about trading and how I do it and my principles, right? I'll leave a link to that video also in the comment of this. I'll pin that comment in this video. Okay, so all right, guys, with that, I'll see you in my next videos. Take care. Bye.